Good evening, everyone. Talking to you from a rental house in Cooperstown, New York. For some of you are asking, why are you telling us that you're in a rental house? Well, I'm on vacay. My son is playing in the Cooperstown tournament, and Cooperstown is where the Baseball Hall of Fame is, and so this is a real big tournament that they put on for these boys that is quite a spectacular show, to be honest. I wish that when I was 12 years old I had the opportunity to come here, but whatever the case may be, in between all these games, we're still trying to get some of these homework assignments done for Professor Butler, trying to maintain that grade. So today I am going to talk to you about two pieces of technology that I use in my class. Real handy tools that we really started implementing into our curriculum this year. But the first one is GoFits, and GoFits is designed by Polar, and basically what it is it's very similar to what a heart rate monitor is, but it has a sensor that basically allows the students to be tracked through an iPad. Now, I'm pretty fortunate at Oswego East High School. They give us iPads that we're able to use, and so each student also has their own individual sensors, and these sensors are numbered, and we set it all up at the beginning of the year. But to make a long story short, basically how it works is students come to class, they grab their sensor. Once they have their sensor, they put it on. We get them warmed up and get their heart rates, getting them elevated. But the gist of the lesson really is pretty simple. They get 20 minutes to try to keep their heart rates in the target heart rate zone. And during that 20 minutes, what happens is that sensor will show up on my iPad, and I can see, each student and the level that they're working at. Now, students aren't maintaining and keeping that heart rate in the target heart rate zone, the clock stops, and they don't get any points for that. And the nice thing about Polar Heart Rate, the GoFits, is that it does the grading for you. So, if a student stays in his zone for 18 to 20 minutes, they get an A. If they're in it for 14 to 16 minutes or 17 minutes, whatever the case may be, they get a B. But the goal is to try to get these kids to understand that, in order to get the heart working and to get a good workout, you got to keep that heart rate in that target heart rate zone, and this is just one way to allow the students to do that. I really don't care how they do it, but they just need to be able to stay in their target heart rate zone. The second piece of technology is called Train Heroic, and Train Heroic is a leased website that allows for the students to track their workouts, and we're talking about a strength and conditioning class here, but allows them to track their workouts through the system. It's a real nice piece of technology that we implemented this year, and the gist of it is I will enter the workouts into the computer. The students will come to class, they'll grab their tablets. Once they've gotten their tablets, they'll sign in, and then once they've signed in, they'll see the workouts for the day. Now, each workout is calculated for the students, so they don't have to sit there and do the math or waste any time, and as they're completing the workouts, it allows for them to check the box off so that I can see it. And then later on in the day, I'll go through, I can see how they did through their workout, if they're completing things, if they're not completing things, even if they're logging in. So it's just another nice piece of technology that we're using at East that allows for us to track the students, but also allow for the students to track themselves and kind of understand what we're trying to get accomplished in class, and that's obviously to get stronger. So those are two shortened versions of technology that I'm using in class. I would encourage you guys to take a look at those, Train Heroic and the GoFits by Polar Heart Rate Monitors. They're really handy tools to have in the classroom, and I know some schools aren't blessed to have the kind of the budget that we have at Oswego East, but feel pretty fortunate, and just wanted to throw that out there to you guys so that you guys can maybe take a look at that. So that's it. Hope you guys have a good night, and continue to move through this class with hopefully ease, but it never is easy. But thanks. Have a good night.